Oh, it's been a while. Let's get back to it. Huh. Well, that only took 4 years. Ba weep grana weep ninny bong YouTube. Red, White, and Bluestreak here, back from a little bit of a hiatus with yet another Transformers review. This time, we're taking a dive back into Studio Series with a look at Studio Series 8629 Bumblebee. So this figure is the first in the newest wave of Studio Series 86 figures, which, if you remember based on my other Studio Series 86 figure reviews, is a figure line based on characters from the Transformers 1986 movie. It's a figure line aiming for absolute screen accuracy, rivaled only by... So Studio Series 86, as I've said before, aims to bring characters from that TV show, specifically from that movie for that TV show, into the hands of fans that have wanted it for so long. So, with that in mind, what exactly did Bumblebee do in the 86 movie?
Thank you! You did it!
Yeah! And they gave him a figure for that? So, with that in mind, does this figure hit the mark? I think the robot mode is where the Bug Boy shines the most. Barring the backpack, this toy absolutely nails the look of Generation 1 Bumblebee. From the giant car hood feet to the beetle beer belly, though I do have a few nitpicks, and the black windows are not one of them. For one, I don't like that the forearms have this indent towards the elbow, but I understand that that was necessary for the transformation. The other thing I'm not too fond of is the head. The sculpt itself is great, but is it me or is the head just a bit too 2D for him? I just think that the head is a little too flat, unlike the torso anyways. I'll admit, I wish things compacted just a bit more, but at least it's not as bad as... Plus, with the backpack as it is, it's absolutely perfect for a Goldbug figure if oriented right. Come on, Hasbro, this is a golden opportunity. Huh? Huh? Gun. The articulation, while not being something to scoff at, isn't anything groundbreaking for Hasbro Takara considering the past decades of releases. The only thing that may be a bit interesting is the way that they pull off the pivot at the ankles by placing the joint at the shin. Besides that, my only complaints are that I wish the head had a bit more articulation when it comes to up and down movement, and the knees can be a bit too stiff, which mainly becomes an annoyance during the... The transformation is pretty fun overall, outside of the one annoyance that I've already mentioned. You can see the bits they borrowed from MP21 Bumblebee with the feet, and the Earthrise mold with the arms. The way they included the other Autobot insignia on the figure is also amazing, and of course, it's lovely to see Hasbro and Takara finally doing what they should have done in the first place by making the backpack an attached piece of the figure. No parts forming here outside of the gun. The alt mode looks really good, clearly taking lots of inspiration from the cartoon model. But notice that I said it took inspiration from the cartoon model, not that it looks just like the cartoon model. Yeah, this thing looks a little off to me. Maybe it's the use of sharp angles in place of curves, or the size of the main cab, but this doesn't feel like the same Penny Racer Beetle the same way that New Age's Herbie feels like the cartoon's Penny Racer Beetle, or the way that Batman Arkham Knight makes you feel like Batman. The black windows don't bother me at all, even though I wish they were blue, but no, it's the proportions and silhouette of the vehicle mode that I take issue with. And the only reason I really take issue with them is because of Studio Series' goal to make figures that are as screen accurate as possible, though I do have a theory for why the alt mode turned out this way. Notice how on the packaging there's no Volkswagen licensing logo. With third-party figures, they can get away with this because, well, they don't care. But this might be the reason for Bumblebee's vehicle mode being just a bit off, which is a crying shame. All in all, I think this figure is really good for what he's worth. It's a 4 out of 5 for me, in case you were wondering. This figure is supposed to be part of a kind of new category of figures that are widely available for long periods of time, unlike Springer. So feel free to pick him up at your leisure from your retailer of choice. Unless that retailer is Big Bad Toy Store or TF Source. Okay, it's mostly widely available. It's most...
Better things to do tonight than...